to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Oh, King Julian. Sorry, time. That's what I ended up thinking of there. Okay, so anyway, what we're looking at here in day 2 is kind of a connection. So we're going from our visual from yesterday, which we'll kind of review here. Here they want a rectangular prism. They want 27 cubes, so units cubes there. The idea is what we saw from yesterday, that is if you always multiply these two numbers together, you always got the volume. So the idea was, okay, if I can find two numbers that multiply together to give me 27, like 9 times 3, that gives me 27. And then I've got to break up one of the numbers to do length times width. So I'm going to break up the 9 as a 3 and a 3, because 3 times 3 gives me my 9. 9 times 3 is my 27. So length and width is 3, so I'm going to start here and go a 1, a 2, a 3, make my V, remember 1, 2, 3, and then draw the height in. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Remember we said put your V back on top again, and then you should start to see your cube appear. Parallel lines we're looking at, so we're using your visual sense. And now we're going to draw in all the individual ones. So again, what we're after from yesterday is that we saw that if you multiply, you end up with your volume. Now, what are you multiplying together, though? Well, you're multiplying the length times width, because that is the area of the base, and then multiplying it times the height that you've got. So let's go on to the next page, and let's formalize this. This is our formula that we use for the volume of a rectangular prism. We say V equals, and we say capital B times H. Now, it's not just base, it is the area of the base, and the H is just the plain old height that we're after. So why does this work? Well, if we think about it, the base always repeats. All right, that's an interesting W I've got there, huh? There we go. Maybe we'll take that. The base always repeats, so as you stack it on top of it, it repeats over and over again. That's why if you find the area of just the base, multiply times the height, you'll get the entire volume that you are after. So we're going to skip those two guys, and we're going to move along. And we're actually going to work backwards here. We're going to start all the way at the bottom and work our way to the top of the page. So if I want to find the volume, all right, we're going to find the area of the base, which is always going to be the length times the width. All right, because again, it's a rectangle at the bottom there. Area of a rectangle is length times width. So when we use it, area of the base times the height, to find the area of the base, you would do 9 times 3, and then you're going to multiply it times the height. In this case, it's 3 as well. So multiply everything together. I'm going to do 3 times 3 is 9, and then 9 times 9, that is 81. So it's 81 meters cubed. In other words, we take 81 cubes that are 1 meter in size to fill up that particular shape. Let's go on to the other one that we've got here. Same idea. Volume is the area of the base times the height. So the area of the base, so that's why we're using length times width, because it is a rectangle that is there. So it is a 7 times a 6, and the height gives us 8. All right, so 7 times 6, 42. 42 times 8. So this is where you are going to have to do a little bit of a multiplication problem, and you should get 336. So that's what our volume is, 336 meters cubed. All right.
Oh, good for you.
I'm pretty excited about it as well. Now, this is where we want to start finding missing measurements. So we don't want you going to autopilot and always go, yay, multiply. Let's just multiply everything together. Yeah, that's not going to work all the time. So we will rely on our formula. Volume is the area of the base times the height. Well, what are you going to do to find the area of the base? Well, you're going to multiply length times width. So the interesting thing here is, did they give me the volume? Yeah, they did. It's a 60, so I'm going to throw the 60 in. The length times the width, so that's going to be a 6 times the 2. And now the h is what I'm missing for, so that's what I'm going to be solving for. So this goes back to earlier lessons. What is 6 times 2 times h? Well, you can multiply the 6 and the 2 to get 12. What happens when you multiply 12 times h? Yeah, you just put it all right up against each other. So it's just the 12h. And over here we got a 16. Oh, look who's here. Look who. No, don't be scared. No, don't run away. No. It's a one-step equation, people. It's okay. Divide both sides by 12. All right. And when you divide by 12, you get 5. So your height there is 5 meters. All right, so again, what we're after here is we're pulling back some old friends with our multiplication, all right, and then our one-step equation. So again, don't run away from your one-step equations. Make sure you're showing that you're dividing by 12 on both sides. Let's try part B. That's over here. All right. I guess if I was going in true opposite order, I would have started with D. Anyway, all right. So remember your formula. Always a good thing to get that down first. Area of the base times height. What are you going to do to find the area of the base? Well, I'm going to multiply length times width. So I'm going to multiply 4 times. I don't know what the width is, so we just leave it as our W. And this is one of the things you'll see over and over again, that when you don't know what something is, we just leave it, we call it a letter, and then we solve around it. All right? Wait, what's that, Perry? Yeah, the height? No, it's there. Yeah, the height's 3. So, yeah, times it by 3. So, wait, you were saying we knew what the volume was. You're right, so let's fill that in. The volume is 96. Now, what is 4 times W times 3? Well, we can multiply the 4 and the 3 together and then put it up, so it is 12W. So solve your one-step equation, divide both sides by 12. Hello, 8. 8 is your width, that is there, so it is 8 meters. All right, there we go, that looks a little bit better. All right, so let's continue to work our way up. Here what they've done is they've just flattened out given you a visual, so you're going to have to dig in and try to find those particular problems that you are after.
Shall we begin?
I think so. So again, formula. Volume is the area of the base times the height. To find the area of the base, we're going to need the length and the width. The length and the width are always on the base there. So there's your length and there is your width. So one of the numbers is 15. I don't know what the width is. Now, if you called it the length, it's okay. It's just the missing measurement. You could have called it X if you wanted to. All right. And then what's the height? The height's 12. So this is where, what else do we know? Yeah, they told me that the volume is 1,800. 1,800 inches cubed. So 15 times 12, that's 180. Again, you can break out your calculator here. We got no problem with that at all. And then 180 times width, well, that's just 180W. Solve that one-step equation, people. So divide both sides by 180. And look how nice that is. You get yourself a nice clean 10. All right, so 10 was your width, so it is 10 inches that we've got. And let's try the last one here. Volume, again, area of the base times the heights. Do I know what the volume is? Sure do. They told me 650, so I'm going to plug that in. The area of the base is length times width, so length times width. So I'm going to do 13 times. Yeah, I don't know what that other measurement is, so 13 times. Can I just call it width again? You sure can. You can call it X, you can call it J, you could call it A, you could call it... smiley face. All right, but the idea is we don't know what it is, but we do know what the height is. And you can see your height does go straight up and down. Your height is a 10. So let's clean this up. All right, what is 13 times W times 10? 130W. Yeah, solve that one-step equation. Divide both sides by 130, and oh my goodness, it goes in so cleanly. Gives you 5. So you got 5 for your width. So 5 is your missing measurement. All right. So again, we do want you to get comfortable using the formulas and about plugging it in. A lot of you are going to use a lot of, well, just ding, 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 ding. I get it. Always give me a taste as to what you are doing. That's all that we got for today. Oh, there's more tomorrow.